Intel lost billions, fired thousands, but what their CEO did next will shock you. They lost $2.9 billion in a single quarter. 24,000 people. Gone. Their stock plummeted. Critics laughed. Competitors surged ahead. And yet Intel is still here. Why? Because in business, just like in life, the most powerful move is sometimes to stop. This is not a tech story. This is a lesson in leadership, resilience, and strategy. This is the story of how Intel got pushed to the edge and what you can learn from the fire. Here comes the glory days of Intel. Once upon a time, Intel was untouchable. In the 90s and early 2000s, they were the kings of silicon. The name Intel inside meant power, speed, innovation. Every computer you touched had a piece of Intel in it. They weren't just selling chips, they were building the future. Bill Gates relied on them. Apple did too. Google, Amazon, Facebook. Intel powered the internet. But with power comes pressure. And in the background, competitors were watching, learning, waiting. Now came the fall. Fast forward to 2025. Intel releases its earnings, and the news is brutal. A $2.9 billion loss. 24,000 jobs slashed. Stockholders in panic. Mega projects canceled. Global expansion halted. People didn't see this coming. How does a tech giant lose billions in the middle of an AI boom? The answer is this. They tried to do too much, too fast. Massive foundries, competing with TSMC, rivaling NVIDIA in AI, all at once. And when you chase everything, you catch nothing. Now comes the struggle and pivots. The CEO's move. Most companies in Intel's position panic. They throw money at problems, build more, hire more. But CEO Pat Gelsinger did the opposite. He stood up, looked the industry in the face and said, "No more blank checks." It was bold, it was brutal, but it was necessary. Intel cut deep. They stopped chasing shiny projects. They laid off thousands, not because they didn't care, but because they had to survive. He told the world, Intel would only build what customers were committed to. No more blind ambition, only focused execution. And that right there is a lesson. In business, restraint is sometimes the greatest show of power. This is a breakthrough of what we can learn. This isn't just Intel's story. It's your story too. Because maybe you're grinding, building everything, saying yes to everyone, but you're stuck. The story of Intel tells us a lot. Even the mightiest fall. Market dominance can disappear overnight. Innovation isn't optional, it's survival. Focus wins. You can't scale everything at once. Cutting is not quitting, it's clearing space for what matters. Failure is feedback. They didn't fold, they adjusted. Clarity is power. Intel knew who they were and who they weren't. Intel's story isn't just about semiconductors. It's about complacency, comeback, and the brutal speed of the modern world. This is what real leadership looks like. Intel is still in the war. They've lost battles. They've been humbled, but they're not done. New chip designs, new leadership, new vision. The question isn't, did Intel fail? The question is, can they transform fast enough to win again? Not noise, not hype, just clarity, discipline, and long-term vision. So, what about you? Turning the story into power. What in your life do you need to stop chasing? What blank checks are you still writing? To people, habits, distractions that are costing you your future? Intel lost billions, but they gained back their vision. They stopped trying to impress and started trying to last. And that, my friend, is what success is made of. Because true power isn't building the most. It's knowing exactly what to build and why. Thanks for watching this story from BitForge Stories, where business meets drama, tech meets transformation, and the biggest names either rise or fall. Drop a comment. Do you think Intel can come back, or is their time over? Subscribe and turn on notifications for more stories that fuel your future and feed your fire. Share this with someone grinding right now. They might need this message more than you know. Until next time, build smart, stay focused, and lead like your legacy depends on it.